Hi, I'm Ed Winchester, and this is the 2-Minute Terminator, where we break down the Terminator films 2 minutes at a time. We are going from minutes 40 to 42. And the opening and exit scenes for those are Arnold Schwarzenegger speaking to Edward Furlong, playing John Connor, explaining that in fact he is real and his mother was telling the truth. And it ends with Jenette Goldstien, who famously played Vasquez in James Cameron's previous penultimate film, Aliens, in 1986. The annoying crunching noise in the background is the co-host Eleanor Fitzgerald, who's stuffing her face with pie. What are you eating, Ellie?
Sweet and salted popcorn, because I'm watching a movie. Duh.
Oh.
Hi, I'm Ellie Fitzgerald, and I'm the co-host of the 2-Minute Terminator. Woo!
Hit the goddamn music.
Yay!
Shut up.
Watch out for machines, they're unstoppable. Watch out for machines, they will rule the world.
Ah, good times. So,
Ethan,
here we are.
here we are. We're on the
Two
road
people who
again.
took on this show and didn't know what we were getting ourselves into. Now we're being pressed once again into service, presenting perhaps the least popular, although one of the most professionally produced podcasts in the world.
Oh yeah, like every T is crossed, every I is dotted.
You've
it's a
got
fucking
facts and
amazing
trivia
effort.
attached to everything.
We've got jingles.
We record homemade jingles. We record on multi-million-dollar equipment. We've got a nice clear sound. We use the same mics that Kevin Smith uses on his Smodcast shows, that Joe Rogan uses on his Joe Rogan Experience shows, Duncan Trussell's Family Hour. You know, we've got some good stuff. The content, is patchy, but that's why we're doing this, because we're trying to get better and better, as we all are in life.
Better.
So there we go. Eleanor.
Indeed. So, Smellanor. Should we talk about the 2-minute clip, or should we go straight to mailbag?
I go straight to mailbag. We've had a lovely message from Josh on Twitter saying he wants to be Scott Shaw when he grows up.
I know.
Did you see the...
I saw it too. I actually checked Twitter today.
Did you see the
Can I get a
Scott
brief
Shaw
inspect?
showreel? Did I send it to you?
Yes, I did.
Oh my
It's
god.
fucking amazing.
It is
He's
amazing,
such a
isn't
dude.
it?
I want to watch one of his movies. For
I've
real.
actually reached out to him on Facebook. I found him on Facebook.
Touch it. Open your mind to be Scott Shaw. Open your mind.
Yeah, I think Scott Shaw. I want Scott Shaw to ring in.
Yeah, that would be fucking awesome.
That would be amazing.
Please, Scott.
And then we'll see if we can work through any other bit part actors from the franchise who contribute so much.
That's if they're not dead.
I think it'd be good. I've watched a few interview clips with him. He seems like an interesting dude, and his fucking showreels off the
Fucking
hook.
look at him.
He looks
Of course
amazing.
It's gonna be interesting.
I'm
sure he can spin the yarn.
So yeah.
Anyway, to mailbag to Spaldner, our avid fan.
See, I always think of replying online, and then I just think, no, we should just cover it in the show.
Save it for the show.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, I digress. Ellie, you definitely need to see The People Under the Stairs. It freaked me out as a kid.
He doesn't mean the film. He just means the people in your house that your dad keeps as sex slaves.
Oh yeah, but we can't talk about that because Mum doesn't know. She thinks that he goes to London, but actually he just goes to the basement.
He goes to London.
Only once a month.
To see a
The creepy gimp outfit.
Does he still do that?
Even worse. Yeah.
Dirty motherfucker.
Dude, it keeps the fucking relationship happy and fresh.
Yeah, well,
basically, listeners, if you're a little bit confused,
while she suffers in silence and as a tipple of a belt of whiskey that she hides in the bookshelf every month.
Who, my mum?
As she looks out of the frosted glass windows like a Chekhov lady waiting for the soldiers to come back from the war or the Tsars to be overthrown.
Bride. She's kept in the garden, yo. She's not allowed in the house.
Can I say, by the way, on the other podcast, the J.C. Johnson Bigfoot episode I did on Questionable has gone up by nearly 1,000 now.
Nearly 2,000, I know.
Nearly it's nearly 3,000.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh my god.
2,725, and it's gone up like 700 in a week.
That's fucking amazing.
In the grand scheme of
it's
things.
all about the Bigfoot freaks, man. See, Bigfoot.
In the grand
after you
scheme of
started to
things, it actually
disbelieve.
doesn't amount to shit, I guess. Because listeners, if you like movie podcasts, there's one called the Weekly Planet, which is really amazing. And I've
Yeah,
tried
but
to.
how long has that been going for?
2 years, but I mean, it comes out of a thing called comicbookmovie.com, so it's got a platform that it launches from that's already like a popular thing. So as soon as people type in the word comic book, they must have got this .com years ago. It must be worth thousands. This thing comes
Those
up.
jammy bastards.
But, I mean, that all being said, the podcast is obviously very good and really funny, and they have a kind of pseudo-rapport I was hoping to recreate with you when we did this show, which you didn't really get the grasp of until about episode 30. But now it's good.
But it's the first time I've ever done anything like this, so it did take a little bit of time.
No, I know, but you've got kind of that natural performance thing. I don't really have that. I have to work extra hard. And
That's
all
bullshit.
my performance persona is
Everything with you is a performance, Ethan. That's rubbish.
is
You're
all
very good.
bravado based on the fact I just grew up with a very small
You're just
dick.
good at chatting shit.
I
And
know.
your movie knowledge is fucking impeccable. It's like second to none. I doubt David Cameron knows his fucking movies better than you do.
Well, as I said, there used to be like a pub quiz in a bar pub called the Boogaloo.
Quiz, was it?
A pub quiz, was it?
Did you
Yeah,
win
it
a
was.
little golden cup?
It was a pub quiz in the bar of the Boogaloo pub, which is in Highgate in London, frequented by none other than Edgar Wright, who went on to direct Shaun of the
And
Dead.
don't tell me, as a prize, you got the fucking toothless like landlady to give you a blowy.
No, but usually I had a table all to myself or just one friend. One of the occasions was film director Edgar Wright, who was going to direct.
We haven't got any friends.
Was director Ant-Man, but usually it was I've said usually 4 times. Sorry, listeners. Shut up, Ethan. It was me versus pretty much every comic book and merchandise and toy store in London on every different table, and I was like a 1 or 2 man team. I always came second, but that's the moral victory.
You don't look like a typical geek though. Like
Movie pub
typical
quiz.
geeks,
I know.
like are usually like pretty overweight and spotty, and don't have a fucking string of fucking models left in their wake.
I know.
So you've done pretty well for a fucking nerd.
Yeah, I suppose, but I've not really pressed it into any decent action, have I?
You pressed a lot of things, and there was a lot of action, but
I want
maybe
those
not
days
the way
to
that
come
you'd
back,
want it to
Ellie.
be. Huh?
I want those days to come back. I was genuinely happy. 2009 at everyone was the best year of my life, and it's never been topped.
I know, but we do hit points in our lives, don't we, where you're like, that was a special time, and you won't be able to recreate it, but it's about creating new experiences, and oh god, I sound like a right fucking hippie cunt. Anyway,
Mailbag.
Back to mailbag. The creepy gimp outfit stuff, literally sold at that comment, is made even worse by the fact that the other two are brother and sister, but I won't give anything more away.
Everett McGill, man.
And
Under
Ethan,
Siege 2,
I
baby!
just watched
Casey
the
Ryback!
Under Siege 2 the other night. One of my favourite Everett McGill moments is when the niece tries pepper spraying him and he shrugs it off like it's nothing. He's all pretty good in Heartbreak Ridge, if you're into Clint Eastwood movies. Sorry, Ethan, but
Ellie.
you are mistaken.
Ellie, she pepper sprays him in the face, and he's just like, what? And then he takes the pepper spray off her and uses it as a kind of breath freshener. And he goes, you soon get used to this in basic training. Which I'm not sure if that's actually true. If someone sprayed you in the face with tear gas, I don't give a fuck if you're the most badass Navy SEAL on the planet. That surely can't be good for you.
You'd hit the floor.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's science, dude. Can't argue with science.
Here comes the science part. Yeah, if you maced Jennifer Aniston, I'm pretty sure you'd take her down.
When we mention science facts, we need like the sound of like a bubbling like test tube or something. No?
Just take your trousers off, Ellie. They'll get the idea.
Ah! You saying that my downstairs mix-up is like some fucked up science experiment. Thanks, man.
Kill it.
I always like constructive criticism. The next point. Sorry, Ethan, but you are mistaken. The address I gave you is not the UPS store, although I know of the UPS hub you are talking about, and it's about 4 blocks away.
Hey, that's
Close.
where Google Earth and Google Maps took us, Spaldner. You're not fooling
Close,
anyone.
but not the address I
Phantom
gave.
of the warehouse.
Phantom of UPS.
Oops.
Phantom of oops. Oops, upside your head. It's true that the address I gave you is not my home, but even you said as much in the way of not giving my exact address. and I wanted to be certain it would go to a place that I would definitely receive it. It is actually one of my work locations. One of his work. What does this guy do? So, no, I did not lie to you guys. And yes, you would still be welcome at my home. Assumption is the mother of all fuck-ups. Another one of my favourite lines.
I might have a sound effect for you.
Okay.
Okay. Here comes some science facts. How was that? No. Okay. All right.
It's like the weird music you'd hear in one of those public information videos, like "Never buy a used condom." Did you ever put that on the 2-minute Terminator page?
No, but I can, or you can. What was
oh
it?
My god! It's
okay.
amazing.
We'll try another science one. What's the next category we're going to talk about in Spaldner's letter?
Clothing, retail.
Okay. Oh no. Okay. Clothing.
Have you
okay.
got like an old school like keyboard or something?
Ellie, here comes the clothing bit.
Okay. And I promise that when the shirt comes, I'll wear it until I have one foot in the grave. Rawr. I feel like I'm on the Alan Partridge show. I wish I fucking was. And then I'll put it in my will to one of my kids.
Okay. On with the letter.
And definitely not one of those militia nutbags. I'm not from the South and don't believe that the South will rise again. You'll have to let your imagination wander in a different direction. Those guys are what we refer to as wannabes, in brackets, who have read every book on karate and weapons handling, are now, in their minds at least, as good as Navy SEALs, SAS for you guys, that use the Queen's English. Watching YouTube videos on how to shoot a gun is not exactly tactical training, but I guess it makes them feel better about themselves. Okay, back to Terminator.
Back to Terminator.
The car behind them in John's time out scene is a Pontiac Firebird.
Yay, I win again.
I believe it's the 1989 Trans Am because it looks almost identical to the one I used to own. That's pretty fucking cool. And I was born in 1989. Good year for cars. And at the time, it would have only been about 3 years old.
That's double her IQ, by the way, listeners.
What?
I said that's double her IQ, by the way, listeners.
Says Mr. Dyslexic Cunt. Yes, I did buy it because it was a kit and a lot of fun to drive. And then Ethan has put a comment underneath just saying, Ethan wins?
Well, I won yesterday as well because you got algae wrong. Algae.
I love how we're taking Spaldner's word as gospel. Like he's the oracle.
Dude, he's got a fucking gun. I'm not going to disagree with him.
Okay, yeah, that's a good point. A Beretta.
And he lives in an undisclosed location.
And he's fancy.
Ah.
What a lovely musical interlude that was.
Anyway, that was a Pocket sitcom, which you can get on either the Android phone or the iPhone. Sorry for all those silly noises, listeners. We are back to the show. I win twice. And we're going... we are finally going after 2 hours of talking waffle.
Wait, why do you win twice?
Because I was saying algae or algae.
Okay.
I can't remember what I was saying now.
I accept that was a victory, apparently.
Well, I don't know, because Americans have different ways of spelling stuff, don't they? I mean, they mispronounce so much English stuff, you know? And they have like...
But what was the second win?
Second one was today, obviously. I think I got the Trans Am right, and I got something else right, I think.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that we were in competition about that, though.
We're always in competition.
Are we?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, dude.
Yeah.
This is news to me. Shit, guns blazing, motherfucker. Okay, so have you got any facts for us in this particular 2 minutes, Ethan?
Well, just to recap, we're going from minutes 40 to 42, the 2 minutes covering those that little bridging gap. And it's when John pokes the Terminator in the back and goes, "Holy shit, you're really real." And it ends with Vasquez, a.k.a. Jenette Goldstien, a.k.a. John's mother, a.k.a. Secret T-1000. Sorry, spoilers, but that she's not real. She picks up the phone. So, yeah. And, well, as I was going to say yesterday, we kind of it kind of overlaps into this 2 minutes anyway, but the back alley area was shot during magic hour as the sun's just going down. Everyone's got a nice orange basky glow
Tint
to it.
to their hair.
Yeah, so it looks very nice.
That's okay, because it's brought up in this episode as well, so it's cool. Absolutely no worries. Oh, well, he is bleeding. I've just seen the blood on his fingers. Cleared that up one for me. Thank you. So something I want to mention about this particular 2 minutes. This is the first time that we find out that Arnold's actually his protector. I mean, I know it's pretty obvious, but this is the first time that we've got, like, solid proof.
Well, we had solid proof from the marketing.
Yeah, I know, but, I mean, in the movie, man.
Had it been handled
I'm staying true to the 2 minutes.
I know, but I just think they should have handled and recut the. I think because his career was I guess the accumulation or the pinnacle of his career at this point. He'd done a bunch of action films and he was now like a big Hollywood presence. Actually, weirdly.
So do you think that he was at like his top game at this point?
Oh yeah, he didn't ascend these heights ever again, did he? I mean, after this, you had. I think you had Total Recall the year before. Then you had this, and then it was just like Junior. Last Action Hero, although despite being a good film, was a massive bomb.
Was it?
Yeah, I don't think it made its money back.
Oh shit!
But it's a good movie. It's a great film.
It is a great movie. It's pretty funny.
I think that was his last great one. You argue, of course, End of Days, which is still good, but it's a bit kind of like Beyond-y, isn't it? It's not like.
Yeah, it's not
huge
not
budget,
A-list,
great
no.
concept.
It's B-list, but it's still good. I did enjoy it. It's better than Erasure or anything else that came after.
Erasure.
Erasure. Am I saying that wrong as well?
Oh God, Ellie.
Oh God, give up, Ellie. Just fuck. I think I'm just gonna bow out, dude.
Erasure. Yeah, this is.
God. That sounds like some kind of like PG 90s rave.
Yeah, this certainly isn't Ellie. Eraser with Arnold Schwarzenegger. This is Erasure, the British pop group from the 80s.
Are they the ones that sing "We Could Be Together" or something?
Yeah.
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 Something along those shitty
Yeah.
pop lines. We get that beautiful shot of when they're driving out of town because they've got to get away and they've got to stay away from the authorities.
Just showing on he can ride a bike.
You got that beautiful scene where he's driving along on his fucking Harley. That's such a nice shot.
Well, this is the first shot, even though he's got his sunglasses on, as we discussed in previous episodes. But I'll recap it for those who have just joined the show. What are you doing?
Please do, darling. Please do.
He's been lit in a regular light up to this point. You've seen him kind of mostly in like blue and like white, so he looks very like machine-like. And the next scene after this, when he's explaining, about the machines and stuff, riding the Harley, it's in that blue light, that bluey white light. It's the bluey white light when he's being told to stand on one foot, and John discovers he has control over him. But when John discovers he's a real thing, because obviously it's done in that lovely magic hour shot when it's a lovely warm glow, human, if you will.
I'm your daddy. I'm here to protect you.
Indeed.
You would feel pretty safe if that fucking dude turned up and was just like, yeah, I'm your backup. You'd be like, oh, thank fuck for that. It would be like if you turned up, you'd think, oh, thank God, but then you'd actually find out that you're a complete and utter pussy. You can't take any kind of pain at all.
Can't take emotional pain, but the physical pain I'm good with.
No, physical pain you're shit with. I'd say you're better with emotional pain.
Oh.
Do you have emotions?
I used to.
You're a fucking robot.
I used to.
So yeah, we get that lovely scene, and then it cuts to only a brief few moments of the stepmom. Is it Goldstein, you say?
Jenette Goldstien.
Jenette Goldstein.
She was like an athlete and a bodybuilder who I think went to Webber Douglas Academy in London, which is a British drama school. And her first job out of that gate kind of was Vasquez in Aliens.
Yeah, she was more man than woman in that movie. She was hench.
She was, and they kind of like made her like Hispanic and tanned her up and gave her brown
Yeah, they
contact
did.
lenses because she's quite, I guess, freckly and Irish looking. I guess.
Yeah, well, in this movie for sure.
Dark hair and freckles.
Kind of like the frizzy hair.
Also,
to be sure.
Jenette Goldstien, of course, is in, God, was it Lethal Weapon 2?
Oh yeah.
She gets killed on the what is it, the diving board?
I forgot that. Indeed.
Yeah.
She does.
She does.
But what I find weird about that scene is,
go on.
if that was the T-1000, why would the T-1000 have been like cutting up celery? Surely he'd just be waiting there for either John to turn up or for the phone call.
Well, it's for blending
Why
in,
is the
isn't it?
T-1000? Yeah, but the dad's already dead.
Well, I could argue that the dad's not.
Actually, no, he's not, is he? He's not dead yet, because he goes to say something and then she shuts him up.
Yeah. Shut up.
With her silvery arm of justice. And it's almost coming up to my favourite
That's the
line
episode
in the
title.
movie ever. You know which line I'm talking about.
Oh, no. Tell me more.
Of course you do. How we always used to hang up the phone to each other.
Oh. Hey, do you know, how's Wolfie? And I'd cut you off.
Where are you? I fucking love that.
Yeah, Jenette Goldstien has appeared in Titanic. She's appeared in Lethal Weapon 2. She's in Aliens, of course. Her latest film, which is last year's Under the Hollywood Sign, she plays Mary. She's in a TV show called Hollywood Affair. She plays an agent. Real Heroes, Autopsy, 24.
So she
plays
bucks the Terminator trend then?
Ray Pacheco. Oh, yeah, kind of. But, I mean, she was basically put on the map with Aliens. So, I mean, even if she did nothing... She was
already established.
Well, even if she did nothing after that, I think she'd be still, like, famous and doing conventions even today, signing things and probably making lots of money.
She looks really ropey in this movie, though. How much later was this movie from Aliens?
Well, that's, I guess, how she really looks. Sorry, Jenette, if you're listening to this, I think you're okay. But, yeah, I guess she's really... I don't know, I just kind of found she was hot as Vasquez.
Oh, no, she was. In a kind of butch, I would rip your dick off and eat it in front of you after we had sex kind of way.
So hot.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I'm all about the aggression. But apparently, sometimes that's intimidating. So,
Yeah, James, if you're out there. Not Spalding. Different one.
Not Spalding. Good God, no.
Mr. Tripod.
No, he's a man's man.
I'm a man's man.
He's a man's man. I had another grown man today tell me that I was scary. I was just like, what the fuck is going on, man? Ridiculous. I'm so not scary. I'm 5'2". I'm 48.
Would you like a fact attack about Jenette Jenette Goldstien?
Fact attack.
She's now the proud owner of an underwear company called Jenette's Bras.
I don't know why, but that's just ridiculous. Really original name as well.
Yeah,
whoever her fucking marketing person is.
Jenette Bras is on 4308 Melrose Avenue, Los Angeles, California. So yeah, she's.
Are they just normal bras, or are they like bras for like a special target audience, or is it for the lady with the larger breast? Is it for the lady with the oyster breast? What?
It was covered in another podcast which I picked up on with Matt Gawley called "I Was There Too," which interviews bit part actors in like massive legendary film projects. So if you want to catch that, everyone go to "I Was There Too." I actually posted it on the 2 Minute Terminator page months and months ago. But I'm not sure. I think it's just regular underwear. But yeah, she owns an underwear company called Jenette Bras, originally titled Jenette.
Jenette Bras, get me here today. Yeah, I, well done to her.
Jenette's underwear company.
Would you ever bring out your own brand of underwear if you got famous?
Well, if my friend Mia can get her underwear company off the ground, I'm going to happily help with that. I've lent her loads of money, so.
Yeah, but that's ladies' underwear. That's kind of like fetish underwear.
No, it's
fits
not,
the
Ellie.
little
It's
funds.
proper underwear.
Oh, really? All the stuff I've seen is quite fetishy.
Really?
Yeah. She
No,
sent me
it's
through
like-
a load of pictures the other day.
No, it's very Asian provocateur / Victoria's Secret.
Yeah, which is basically fetish wear.
It's not fetish, really. It's just like sexy underwear. You're too boyish to understand this. It's a girl thing.
Sorry. I should leave the girl stuff to you.
Sorry, listeners, if there is like a dull bumping or thudding in the background, my mother's faffing around in the next room doing something.
Faff. Faff, 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 faff. Yeah, so I didn't quite understand why she's... Actually, how would the Terminator have got in, killed... How would the T-1000 have got in, killed Jenette without the dad knowing?
Well, I was going to say before we went down Underwearville Avenue that maybe he was out in the garden or he was just out doing something. He came back in the house and was like, God,
maybe he was bumming Wolfie. Maybe that's why Wolfie was barking.
Well, maybe it was Wolfie was barking and he came in from the outside, heard the dog and went, can't you shut that fucking dog up, or whatever he said.
And she goes, but we'll discuss that in the next episode.
Jenette's silvery arm. Vasquez's silvery arm.
The silver arm of justice. I like that. I like that a lot. Do you have anything else you want to discuss in this 2-minute season?
Well, last night we had a good episode, packed with factaroos.
It was packed. Fact packed. You'll be pleased to know I went into the t-shirt store today.
Yeah.
And I asked them about sizes. They said they didn't normally do like extra large, but they can order some in. Okay. So they're going to give me a call when they've got those in.
Right.
And then we'll get them. We'll get it all made up. So yeah, still waiting for John Nichols' size and address and that. But I've been told off for pressing our listeners, so I shall not pressure him. Send us your fucking t-shirt size, you wanker. And then we can get those sent off to you. So
you're so harsh,
the wheels
Ellie.
are in motion. Huh?
You're so harsh. You're like, wanker. There's actually vitriol and venom in your voice.
Partridge, you wanker. The nastier I am to you, the more I like you. So if I'm being nice to you, that's when you should be worried.
Well, we have another fact for you. In the special edition at just under 41 minutes before we see the blue Arnold Schwarzenegger scene with Edward Furlong with the blue light riding on the motorcycle explaining what the T-1000 is, there's a scene prior to that which wasn't in the theatrical, obviously, cut of that film. Yeah, and basically it was the bit where the T-1000 steals the police car.
Oh, actually, that's another question I have.
Go on.
Why did he hang around?
What do you mean?
Well, if you think about it, the explosion happened. It would have taken the fire brigade and all of those police, let's say, anything between 3 to 5 minutes to get there. Why did the T-1000 hang around? He could have just stolen any car, or he could have gone off and followed them. Why?
We steal any car. We steal any car.
Now that's a jingle. Yeah, why did he stick around for so long?
What do you mean?
Well, exactly what I say. There was the explosion. You saw him walk out of the fire.
I was going to say that was the shot called the proof of concept shot that ILM used to kind of like show that we can turn a man from silver into a man. That should have been in yesterday's facts, sadly, but
it was.
Was it?
Yeah. Did you not listen to the podcast? I listened to it today when I was at work, and I actually got to hear the naming and shaming in the beginning to say that Eddie's in the doghouse. That was a lovely little touch. Thanks, dude. Arsehole.
Yeah, 40 minutes, 41 seconds in, the police are kind of putting the fire out, and we see the T-1000 obviously walking into the crowd. He has a look around, and then he heads for a police car. I think when the crash happened, he just disappeared and hid in the bushes. And then when the emergency services turned up and enough cops and he could blend in, he just walked out into the crowd again of cops. And
yeah, but he's a cop. A cop blends in anywhere because they patrol, don't they?
No, but if there was a crash, Ellie, and then he was standing by the crash, they'd be like asking questions. So if I was him, a sane person,
stuck around.
No, you just stay out of the way, and then you just walk around the corner when all the emergency services arrive, and then you've got all the resources you want have been brought to you. So you've got a police car, you've got anything you want, really.
Okay.
Same way, kind of, that after the attack or the escape from the mental institution, like the fire trucks and ambulances and stuff, all that stuff, and he goes, hey, that's a nice bike. You just wait for the next ride to come along, don't you?
Yeah.
Whether he killed the rider or not of that bike remains to be seen. We can discuss that in a future episode.
There's also a little bit of product placement at the end of this as well. When they drive up to phone box. There's
And
the
it
big
says
sign.
liquor. That's not a brand. That's just a thing.
No, there's like a billboard. It's not a billboard, but it's like a sign, and it's Marlboro cigarettes.
Yeah.
That's really bad. That's not being very responsible.
Well, actually, funny you should say that. That billboard that says Santino's or Santanas.
Yeah, what is that?
Well, basically,
What is the Santinos?
the billboard was taken down. They shot the part of that scene where they ride into the parking lot of the kind of like liquor store to go for the phone box. And the billboard was there. Now, when they went to go in for the close-up shots, when Arnold, the T800, is mimicking John's voice and going, "Hey, do you know, how's Wolfie?"
Yeah.
That sign had been taken down, so they couldn't really shoot through the phone box with that in the background. So there was a big panic. And they found out who the billboard company was, then found out if they still had like, I guess the pasting paper for that particular ad, and got them to put it back up basically, and paid to have the ad put back up. So yeah, mid-shoot that was taken down. They went back to film. Was like, fuck, we
Fucking
can't
hell!
shoot.
I noticed that there's product placement, and then you come up with a fact about it. Ethan, man, this is scary.
Well, no, the reason I say that is because it was a pertinent point in the text trivia track, which came up as text on the screen, and James Cameron's commentary. That sign was taken down, and it fucked up the scheduling of the shoot a little bit, and it took a few days to get it put back, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome.
Yeah.
It's flowing wonderfully. I'm pretty much dried up on all the things that I can really gather from this 2 minutes.
Okay.
But I feel like we've covered a lot.
Yes. Well,
And the fact that in the scene where we're still in the alley, it looks like Arnold Schwarzenegger's ears are smaller than Edward Furlong's. But
well, if anyone wants to visit that car lot or liquor store or whatever's there in its place now, if you go to the corner
Where
of
is it?
the corner of Foothill Boulevard and Osborne Street.
Is it actually a liquor store?
In Los Angeles. I don't know. You can maybe look that up in time for another episode, Ellie. So
It's no pussy liquor, that's for sure.
Rob Zombie.
Yeah, that's my kind of liquor store.
Is there anything
Why is it liquor, by the way?
I don't know. Maybe you can find out for the next episode.
Oh my god, I've got so many notes. Oh, I've got to make notes, but I can't write.
If anyone's interested, I actually posted some Terminator Salvation concept art as the cover photo from the 2 Minute Terminator Facebook page. Please like that page and tell your friends to like that page. Also, I've posted on the 2 Minute Terminator page. If you go to the 2 Minute Terminator on iTunes, can you please open it in iTunes and leave a text and 5-star review, please, viewers and listeners?
That's if you think that this show is 5-star.
If you think the show's shit, just do it. It will put us in the
Then
league
just fuck
tables,
off and die.
and we'll have a reason to do it. So we'll have the will to live, basically.
Well, you're sounding a lot more chipper these days, Ethan.
Only when I'm on the show.
Oh, okay. The show must go on. Although what is it? Although my smile is breaking and my makeup may be flaking.
Exactly. That's the RuPaul's main event is.
I actually got that from Moulin Rouge, but hey.
Oh, got it. Of course, yeah. The show must go on. But yeah, that's kind of the. That's kind of the thing.
If you can't love yourself, how in the hell are you gonna love somebody else? Can I get an amen up in here?
I know. Well, sometimes you need to love and support everyone else. So if the listeners could please show some love and do some reviews for the iTunes page, that would be very
He just wants to
much
be loved.
appreciated. Like us on SoundCloud. If you're not on SoundCloud anyway, just go and find us on SoundCloud and like every single track and retweet every single track you can.
Subscribe to the YouTube page.
Let's get the word out there. However you get this show, go to the other avenues that the show exists and like and subscribe and, put a thumbs up on the YouTube episodes and stuff. Come on, guys, help us out. Come on, let's get this show fired up and ticking.
Woo!
The more confident we get with our show, the wackier shit's going to come out of our mouth.
Can people send Bitcoin for the 2 Minute Terminator?
They can.
Awesome.
You can buy Bitcoin online, folks.
About Bitcoin?
And
Because
there's
that's
a
on the
little.
podcast,
You can
isn't it?
donate Bitcoin to the show Questionable, but it all goes to the same place, basically. You can donate Bitcoins from your phone to our Bitcoin account to keep the show ticking over, because it's As it's a podcast, we actually lose money by doing this. It doesn't earn any money. Even the merch we send out costs. So, yeah.
It does.
The very
Well,
least you
that's
can
how much we
do
fucking love you guys.
is like the page. Tell your friends to like the page. Invite everyone you know to like this page on Facebook. Leave a review on iTunes. Give me the goddamn page. So, yeah, please support the show. And we shall return tomorrow with yet another show. Hope you liked it.
Indeed.
Not one of the best, but not bad either. Baby.
Watch out for machines. They're unstoppable. Watch out for machines. They will rule the world. I'll be back.